You know, the bladed jig craze has been going on now for several years, and a lot of guys are throwing them. I hate to say this, but I really feel like it has pretty much replaced the spinnerbait. Where guys were always throwing spinnerbaits, 20, 30 years ago, we're throwing bladed jigs now. So these fish are seeing a lot of bladed jigs nowadays. Everywhere you go, bladed jig craze and it's for real. These are fish catching lures, and they are very versatile, they come through cover well and all that. So, all three species of fish bite them: largemouth, smallmouth, and spotted bass. They work in all different water colors. They work in all different water temperatures. It's not just a lure that you're going to just throw in the spring or just throw it in the fall. It works throughout the entire year. But, a subtle blade color change can make a big difference. So we're looking at thunder crickets, and we're talking about colored blades. So you can see I've got 6 different thunder crickets laid out there. They've all have different blade colors. Gold being the latest and greatest, and I love gold. I mean, just like a gold spinnerbait blade, gold is great. So many times, especially on cloudy days, or if I'm trying to imitate, bluegill, that gold is really, really good. And then everything else is kind of matched to the skirt color. You've got green pumpkin on a green pumpkin. You've got white on a white and chartreuse. Now this is one that I do myself a lot of times. I will do a fluorescent orange, and that's for really stained water. Like in the spring, if you're fishing a lot of stain, I'll paint those myself. And of course, there's the old standard is your silver. But all those colors they just give you more options with your bladed jigs. And fortunately, Strike King, they make the thunder cricket in a lot of different blade color combinations. So you can match them up, and it's usually I'm going to select a color and a blade to match the water that I'm fishing, the water color that I'm fishing. So. Obviously stained water, it's hard to go wrong with black and blue. In fact, if I could only have one, and then my second choice would probably be green pumpkin. But, a lot of times a subtle color, a more natural look and presentation, the way you're fishing it maybe a little bit slower, will get you more bites. Not to say that I don't catch a lot of fish. This is a new color. This is called Pro Bone, this skirt. So that's a beautiful lure, and that's the one that's on that gold with the gold blade. But it just gives you the ability to really pick the exact right blade color combination for the water that you're fishing, whether it be clear water, stained water, or really muddy water with that fluorescent. So it's not unlike anything else, color selection. We've all got our favorites, but I tend to go with what the sky conditions are and what the watercolor is. And sometimes what the forage base is that I'm trying to imitate. Because, bladed jig, it can imitate a lot of different things. It can look like a crawfish, it can look like a bluegill, it can look like a bait fish. So again, all those things come into consideration if I'm trying to match the forage or I'm just fishing a watercolor. But all those different colored blades give you a lot of great options.